All right. What is up, everybody? I think we're looking pretty good right now. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. All right. What is up, everybody? King Solomon here. Today we are ranking more things. Also, I guess I should probably mention I got a haircut. Obviously, look at it, roast it, praise it, do all the things you want to say about it. Got a haircut. I've been needing one for a while. I'm glad I finally got one. And secondly, I wanted to make one thing clear from my last stream. Last stream, I said that I basically gave up. I'm throwing in the towel for the Marvel Rivals Zombies mode. What I meant to say that I think I may have misspoke, or maybe it's just heat of the moment. I just said something I didn't necessarily mean. I'm not gonna play the game on stream anymore. The Zombies mode. I'm gonna keep playing the game mode. But at this point, I feel like now trying to stream Marvel Zombies, trying to beat it every time is just, I guess, taking away from me streaming other things that I would like to stream. And it's, I want to stream other stuff, and I don't want to be just tied to and stuck to Marvel Rivals Zombies. So, yes, I will be stopping. I will stop streaming Marvel Rivals Zombies, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna, stop trying and stop playing it. I'm gonna keep trying it, when I have the time, when I'm able to, but it's just not something I'm gonna be streaming anymore until they add new characters and add new stuff to the game, to the game mode. I will be streaming when they add stuff, but as of right now, I'm not gonna stream it anymore just because I wanna stream other things. So now we get into the topic of today, which is Hitman. I really loved. I didn't play the first games. I only ever played the World of Assassination trilogy. So that'd be like the 2016. That'd be the 2016 one, and the other ones after that. I'm standing up right now. All right, cool. So yes, today I will be ranking the maps. I've loved playing the games. I've played all three of the games, the Hitman games, and I enjoyed them quite a bit. And I'm very much looking forward to streaming it. We're ranking the AD Hitman map, not BC. Yeah, precisely. Brayden, 1 and a lot of 7s. Hi, I'm the first person here. Yes, I will. Everyone tell Brayden he's the first person here. Everyone tell him. You're the first person here. Absolutely. Oh, and yep. Tell I am Cold Dreets. Tell him he's the first. Everyone congratulate those two for being the first people here. Everyone tell them. All right. So, I have found a tier list. Hitman World of Assassination maps tier list. It's all these maps basically. I won't be ranking them by mission because some maps have multiple missions in them. So, yes. Now, again, this is completely just my opinion based off of how much I've enjoyed playing these maps personally. This is not objective. This is purely just what my thoughts are on all these maps and what I like about them and what I don't. So, yes, let's just get straight into it. Free form training. There's not really a whole lot in this map, obviously. It's a training mission, so obviously it's not going to really be like incredible or, you know, have some really cool stuff going on, okay? It's literally just to teach you how to play the game. So it's not really anything special. I feel like it'd be bad putting it in F tier because I mean, it's not like it's a bad map. It's just very it has a very specific purpose, and that's just to train you to know how to play the game. Yeah, I guess I'll put it in C. I don't think it deserves like a terrible map. In fact, I would be surprised if I put any of these maps in bad, because I feel like most of these maps I really love playing. But I guess we'll see. The final test, this is another training mission. It's better than this one, but not by much. The only thing that this has going over this one is it's a bigger map than this one. But other than that, it's really not anything special again, because again, it's just a training map. It's not like got some crazy stuff going on like literally all these other maps. Even like Hitman 2's like training map has more going on than these two. So that's what I'll say. These two will just stay here. Paris. This might be, of all of these, this might be the map I've played the most. It's been a while since I've played these games at all. But when I was playing the Hitman games a lot more, this was... I knew this map basically inside and out. I knew this map like the back of my hand. So that's obviously going to give it some weight for me personally. And I definitely think it goes in one of these places. Wow. That is quite the statement there in chat. I'm not going to read that one aloud. But I think I'm going to put it here. There's just a lot of, like, I really enjoyed trying to find creative ways of killing the targets. One of my favorite ways was if you go to the secret meeting that is taking place. I think it's taking place in the back of the big mansion thing. If you go there where the meeting is held, you can set the fireworks off, which will have the target that's in the meeting go on the balcony, and then you can have the target that's on the bottom floor go out right beneath where the balcony is, and you can literally push the target on top onto the target on the bottom, killing both at the same time. And I always love doing that. There's also a really good sniper spot in that around that area that I really liked using. It's just a really fun map. So I'm going to put it here. I think it's really fun. There's a lot of really creative ways of getting to your targets as well. A lot of unique ways of killing them as well. Or assassinating them, I guess I should say. A lot of fun ways of assassinating them. It's just a really fun time. It allows for a lot of creative ways of completing the mission. And it's just a vibe. I don't know. It's just a vibe. The catwalk is funny. Going on the catwalk is funny. Yeah, I like this map. Sapienza, I put that over Paris. Come on. If you've played the Hitman games before, you would know that Sapienza is a goated map. It is so fun. There's so many areas you can go and explore, and just there have been a couple times where I would go into um Sapienza, and I would literally just like walk around. I would just like walk around, taking the scenery, taking everything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love Sapienza a lot. There's all sorts of different unique ways of getting into that mansion as well. You could like disguise as somebody and walk in, or you could take like the tunnels, the sewers into it. It is just such an amazing map. Also, a lot of the story missions in Sapienza are really cool. It's a great map. So it's definitely going in S tier. The targets are also really interesting. One of my favorite ways of assassinating oh, what the heck is his name? Silvio Caruso? I think that's what his name is. One of my favorite ways of assassinating him is disguising as the therapist or the psychiatrist, and like kind of talking to him and stuff, and then you just suffocate him with a pillow. That's one of my favorite kills. It is one of my favorite assassinations in the game. It's great. Scarlet Gamer, welcome on in. Thanks for being here. We're ranking Hitman maps. And Sapienza is definitely S tier for sure. It's not even a question. All right, Marrakesh. This is a map I haven't really spent a lot of time with. It's I do think there's a lot of really cool things about this map, but there's also a lot of like, okay, let me just say this, okay? Sapienza and Marrakesh, they both have like areas that, well, I don't even know if I would even go that far. Okay, yeah, never mind. I feel like Marrakesh, there's just areas that don't really have a purpose. Like there's some areas in this map where I don't even know why they're there. They kind of just are empty. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense. Because I feel like Sapienza has some areas where it's like, I don't know why I would come here. But then as I was thinking about it more, there's definitely a purpose for going to most of the map. So, I don't know. It's just, Marrakesh, I would probably put it here. Okay, and if we were to name these, the best, great. I don't know why I capitalized that. I want to keep it consistent. That's good. Okay. And this is bad. Any questions, just ask me. I know everything about Hitman. Yeah, he doesn't know anything about Hitman, okay? He's lying to you. But yeah, I think Marrakesh is good. Do I? I think I'll keep it in good. For now. It's good. I think going to the school is really cool. The school that's turned to like a military base. It's really, I think I like that area a decent amount. And then the other I forgot what the other building is, but the other building where the other target is. Oh yeah, you can disguise as a massage guy and like get close to the target that way, and then you can assassinate him while giving him a massage. That one is funny. So yeah, I would put Marrakesh in good. Bangkok. I put it in okay. It what is there to even say about Bangkok? It's just very samey. Like every area just kind of, I feel like, is the same. Like there's not really any sort of variation. Like Sapienza, you got all sorts of different looking locations within the map. Paris, yeah, a lot of it does look the same, but still the structure of it, the structure of the map just feels good to traverse. And also the fact that what's happening is a fashion show also makes it interesting. But Bangkok, it's just a regular hotel. Regular hotel that just has like a band there, staying there. I don't really find it that interesting or intriguing. Uh, and on top of that, it's just very restrictive. Like half of the map, maybe even more than half of the map, is severely restricted. Sapienza, you can go to a lot of places on the map without getting restricted. Paris, same. Well, Paris kind of same. Paris, there's certain areas that are locked off, but you can find like just key cards and you'll get places. And where with Bangkok, it's not as easy. So I don't know. I would say Bangkok is only okay. Colorado. Most people that rank Colorado, they put it like here. They put it in bad. So this is where I will tell you that how I like to play this map and why I actually don't put it in bad. Colorado, the way I like to go about it is, since everyone is just like a militia soldier and there's a really great sniping position at the water tower, I like to do the scarecrow Easter egg thing where you dress up as a scarecrow, you go up to the water tower and you shoot, I think it's 4 bells. I think you shoot 4 bells and then you get this power where if people get too close to you, they burn up in flames. I like to play this map and just do that. And it is a fun time. So Colorado, I would probably put I think putting it in great would be giving it too much, because eventually does get a little bit bland in this map, even though I love playing it that way. But Colorado, I would probably put in good for now. I think I'll put it there. Hokkaido, incredible. This one is also very restricted, but I still find it very fun. I still find this map insanely fun. Hitman 1 is honestly just filled with a lot of bangers, if I'm going to be honest. Like, even these two, they're not, like, bad. They're still good maps. Bangkok is the only one that's, like, eh. But Hokkaido is amazing. I love Hokkaido. This is another map where I like to dress up as, like, a ninja and try to go in and try to kill the targets, you know, as a ninja and just stay in that disguise the entire time. I don't know what it is. And also the fact that you can assassinate one of the targets by throwing away the replacement heart. That is sick, because one of the targets is getting a surgery done, and it's a heart surgery where he needs to get a replacement heart. And you can go to where they're storing the heart and just, like, you can shoot the heart, you can go up to the heart and throw it in the trash. You can do all sorts of, like, you can basically assassinate the target without actually going over to him and assassinating him with your bare hands or your weapons. It's actually really cool. And that's one thing I love about this map. I also just like the aesthetic of the map. I know I'm usually not a snow person. I really don't like snow. And I feel like snow in games, I'm not a huge fan of it. But with this map, I think it works really well, and it's great. So yeah, Hokkaido, I think, will stay here. And that should be all of Hitman 1. Hitman 2 now. Why don't I like snow in games? I don't know. It just looks like... I feel like it just makes the map white. You know? I feel like maps where it's like Santa Fortuna, where there's a lot of vegetation, or even like Whittleton Creek, where there's just more, I guess, interesting colors going on other than white. It's just way more interesting looking. Once there's snow involved, it's like, okay, everything's just white. I don't know. I just find it very boring looking. But I know that that's kind of a hot take for me. So I understand if people like snow. Like, a lot of people do like snow in games. I just find it to be it just makes everything white, and now it just looks kind of boring. But yeah. All right, Hawks Bay. I think it's better than these. I kind of like Hawks Bay. A lot of people would put it with like the training missions, but I kind of really like Hawks Bay. And the reason why is because with this map, more than even this map, I feel more like a ninja in this one. And I really like that. I usually go in with the ninja fit or, something like that. I bring a katana with me, I bring ninja stars with me, and I just try to assassinate everybody on the map. So, it's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I would maybe even put it over Colorado, maybe. But I would probably put Hawks Bay here. I just really like how the map is set up, how the mission is set up. You go there, no one's home, to assassinate the target. Once you get there and you get access to the files and whatnot, everybody now shows up, and now you gotta get out of there and like assassinate the target still. It's really cool, and there's a lot of really interesting ways of assassinating the target. One of them I really like, which is you can spook the target so bad that she tries to run away by running into the ocean, and she accidentally drowns herself, which is kind of funny. Actually, it's not kind of funny. It's pretty funny. So I would put Hawks Bay right here. It's just a fun map to kind of just act like a ninja and go around and enact assassinations on everybody in sight. It's fun. Miami now. Now, unlike most people who play Hitman, I haven't spent a lot of time in Miami. That being said, I still think it's a great map. But yeah, I just haven't spent much time in this map. It's really big. It's a very big map. And I do like it for that reason, that it's big. And there's a lot of assassinations in here that I really think are cool. Like the one where you have to blackmail the race driver. Is it? I think you're blackmailing the race driver, right? And you can push her down that... I don't know where you push her down in, but you push her down somewhere, and she, gets assassinated that way. It's a very satisfying assassination. It's very fun. And you can do it in the flamingo costume. I mean, like, come on now. That's pretty cool. This map is just a vibe. It's a very fun time. You can also control when the race ends, which I think is really cool, so you can set up different scenarios that way. So yeah, I would put Miami great. I just haven't had much experience with this map, so it's going to stay in great. I know most people would put it, like, probably up all the way up here. I feel like most people put it in the best. It's the best map ever made, but I don't know. I'm just not a huge Miami fan. Santa Fortuna. I don't know where I'd put this. This one has 3 targets, which is more than most. This one has... No, it doesn't have the most. I think it's the second to most targets. Which is also, I think, why people don't like this one as much. There's too many targets. But Santa Fortuna is kind of fun. I don't always have the best time with this map, mainly because I feel like the targets are spread out so far that I feel like a lot of the time I'm just like running to the next target. But there's actually still some really cool areas in this map. Like one of the targets, his mansion is kind of cool. I like kind of going about his mansion. The crop farm, I'll call it, is kind of cool. You can really use the like really tall crops to hide in, which is really cool. And you can get some good assassinations off that way. And yeah, the other target, I forgot what her name is. She's just kind of in this little weenie, like, house hut thing, and it's, I don't know. I don't really like going to that location as much, but I'll put it in like good. I think it's good, but I don't think it's great. There's still some things that hold it back for me from making it like a great or even the best. Like definitely not great. So I'll put in good for now. Mumbai, I've spent very little time on this map. If I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played this map a whole lot, so I won't really have much to say on this one. I'm gonna put it in okay. There's a lot of people on this map, a lot of NPCs, which is really cool. But other than that, it's just like finding the maelstrom is fun. Finding the maelstrom is kind of cool. Because this target, you don't know what they look like, so you have to find a way to get to them and all that. And what's really cool about that is you can disguise as a barber, and you can invite the maelstrom in to, you know, cut their hair, or their, you know, to give them a trim or whatever. And you can assassinate them that way, which is really cool. So again, like, there's a lot of just really awesome assassinations in these ones. That's another thing I've like to mention about Santa Fortuna. You can assassinate someone by feeding them to a hippo, which I actually don't think I've done, but just the sound of it is really cool. But yeah, I'd probably put Mumbai right here. I just haven't spent much time on it. Oh, wait, Mumbai, there's like you can, I have done this one, and this one's really cool. You can basically, there's another assassin that's trying to assassinate one of your targets, and you can set it up so that you can basically help this assassin that's really not a good assassin, by the way. You can help them line up a perfect shot to take out your target, and then you can get them to a spot, get the target to a spot where you know the assassin will be aiming, and then you can have the assassin do the work for you, and it's really cool. I loved that assassination in Mumbai. You know, I'll put it above Bangkok. Actually, you know what? I might actually put it in good. It is a good map. I like those assassination methods. It's really fun. Whittleton Creek. The one thing that's going for this map is it's in a suburban neighborhood, which I think makes a really interesting location because there's a lot of witnesses, a lot of normal people around. Where with most of the other locations, yeah, there's normal people around here and stuff, and in here. But there's also a lot of the locations are very like, there's something else going on behind the scenes, like some sort of weird, I don't know, people, bad people that are in these other locations. Where did I? Oh, Whittleton Creek. Well, Whittleton Creek is just in a neighborhood. So now with that being said, the neighborhood is pretty cool. A lot of interesting ways of trying to get into the house where one of the targets is. I love one of the assassination methods in this one where you can, I think he disguises a realtor, and you can walk one of the targets through the house and show them the whole house and be like, this is the kitchen, this is the master bedroom, this is the dining room, you know, different areas. And once you get to the basement, you can show them this like vault that has like a laser protective security measure. And when he goes inside, you can turn it on and laser him and assassinate him that way, which is really funny again. The Hitman games genuinely are comedy games in disguise sometimes, which is really cool. And it's one of my favorite things about the Hitman trilogy. With that being said, I think I'm going to put Wilden Creek in good as well. I'll probably put it right here. The only thing that I don't really like about this map is having to find the dumb clues every time. It's really annoying. Like, at least with Colorado, you can... Because you also have to find clues with that one, too. But they have it so that once you do it once, you don't have to do it again. You can just assassinate the targets and go on your way. You don't have to do anything else. And I wish they would have done that with Wilden Creek, but oh well. I guess I didn't think about that because, I don't know, they were stupid or something. I don't know. All right, Isle of Scale. I think I'm going to put this one in great. Why would I put it in great? I like that it's in a castle. I think that makes it really cool. I like that you can disguise as a knight and have a knight sword and walk around like, you know, just like slashing people. If you can't tell, I like to kind of play these games a mix of both stealthily, mission-y, and also chaotically. I like to do a little bit, I like to mix it up with you know, all sorts of methods. So, and Isle of Scale makes it very fun to kind of do all sorts of different methods. There's also a good sniper spot, which is cool. Do I plan to play Hitman on stream? I don't know. If people want it, maybe. The thing is most people that stream Hitman, it's either their first time or they're speedrunners. And I am neither. So, I don't know. If people want me to play it, I'll play it on stream, but so far the plan is no, I probably won't. So, and if I would, it would be after I finish Resident Evil 2. I want to finish Resident Evil 2 first, and then I can play another single player game. I'll probably need you there to walk me through it. Yeah, I'll definitely need Cole's help for sure. He knows his way around literally all these maps for sure. So, like, all right, Mr. Know-It-All, if you know everything, where does Berlin take place? Where does the map Berlin take place, huh? I bet you wouldn't be able to tell me that. I don't see anything. I bet you can't even tell me where Berlin takes place. I caught him, chat. Alright, fine. Fine, he knows what he's talking about. He said Germany. Fine. Fair enough. You got me. I bet you don't know where New York takes place, though. I guarantee you cannot tell me where New York takes place. If you can tell me where New York takes place, I know that you really know your Hitman stuff. Dang, he knows too much. He said Germany for that too. That's wild. But yes, Isle of Scale. Fun. I like climbing around the castle. That is pretty cool. Again, I like dressing up as a knight and just going to town. There used to be an Easter egg on this map where if you assassinated everybody on the map, knights would spawn in that could take much more damage, and you would have to try to survive that and assassinate all of them and stuff. It's really cool, but they took that out. I don't know why, but they took it out, and it's sad. Yeah, I'd put Isle of Scale right here. I like the vibe of it. New York. New York is also pretty great. I maybe put it like here, maybe. I think that's, yeah. New York. It sounds like it would be boring. It's just in a bank. However, part of the fun of this location is you actually have to do a heist, which is really cool. You have to go like actually into the vault, like stealthily make your way into the vault and get a certain, I forgot what you grab from the vault, but it's something important that is important to like the mission or like other targets or whatever. You have to make your way out. And you have to hide the thing, otherwise people know that you robbed the bank and then they'll try to come after you. But yeah, it's really cool. I actually really like this map. It's very fun. There's really cool ways of getting access to things. Like there's one where you can set up a meeting to talk to a banker in like a very private like booth that is soundproof, so no one can hear anything that is being said in there. And so you can like assassinate somebody in the booth and then get their key card and be able to like, get wherever you need to go. And there's also bank robbers in the bank. They're in the bathroom. They're trying to figure out, I think one of them is scared and the other's trying to talk the other one into it. So you can actually like go about the whole mission just dressed as a bank robber, which is funny. But yeah, I'd put it in great. I think it's good. I think it's a great map. There's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do in it, but yeah. Haven Island. I think I would also put this in great. I think I'd put it in great. Maybe good. So Haven Island is really fun in that it's on like a resort, which makes for a fun location. Now I'm trying to think of what do you do on Haven Island. One cool feature about Haven Island is as you're assassinating targets, the weather gets worse and worse. It starts out where it's like a bright sunny day, and then later on, if you assassinate your first target, it gets a little bit cloudy, and then the second target gets a little bit more cloudy, and you might hear some like thunder and stuff. After you assassinate the third target, it gets super thundery and super cloudy and dark, which I think is really cool. It's very unique in that way compared to all the other maps. I don't think any of the other maps have changing weather based on assassinations. I like when you get to flirt. I like when you get the girl to flirt with you, and when she meets you, you privately you assassinate her. Yeah, that is really funny. That's one of my favorite ones of Haven Island. Is you get. I forgot. She has some weird name, but one of the targets, she finds an interest in you to like get you to like steal different stuff for her on the island. And then she starts getting interest in you in like a flirtatious way. And then you meet privately with her and she kind of tells you like, "Oh my gosh, I love you so much. We need to be partners for life." And then you basically just say, "No." And then you assassinate her right there. It's really funny. It's a great map. That sounds really like evil that I just laughed at that. Just know, obviously, in real life, I wouldn't find that funny. But in this game, it's hilarious. Again, this game is it's basically comedy games in disguise as, like, stealth assassination games. So, yeah. Haven Island, great map. I like how it has different methods. The one, I don't like assassinating... Again, I don't know these targets' names, but there's one that's like, Joseph, I don't know if you would know the guy who's running, who has like a workout routine the whole time he's on the island. I feel like I never really like assassinating him, but yeah, Haven Island's fun. It's just a good vibe. Oh, you say he's the best? Do you actually mean that? You can become his trainer and assassinate him on the bench press. See, I never. See, that's the thing. There's some of these I've just never done. His name is George. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, George Clooney. I never assassinated him that way. That's interesting. Maybe I'll have to go back and play these maps again. But okay, Dubai. I'm gonna put. I really like Dubai a lot. I just like where it's located. It's like in the Oh, why am I blanking on the name of this building? The Burj Khalifa. Is that what it's called? Is that the name of the building? The really tall one? I think that's what it's called. But yes, I like the location of it. You're like super high in the air. Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, it's in the Wiz Khalifa. Potato tomato. Yeah, it's in there. But yeah, I really like it. I also like that everything's gold. It sounds really tacky, and maybe it is. But I don't know. There's something about this map. I also memorized this map a pretty decent amount. But I like it. I think it's a fun map. It's pretty basic, but at the same time, it's got some interesting ways of going about the assassinations. You can assassinate one of the targets by... Actually, there's a couple ways of assassinating the targets that are really cool. One of them, though, you can set up an explosive golf ball up on where he like hits the golf balls where his private suite is, and you blow him up that way, which is really cool. Another thing, okay, yeah, this is what makes it great, in my opinion. One of the ways is you can activate an emergency... Dubai? No, both maps have an explosive golf ball assassination. Both of them have it. Sapienza has that too, but Dubai also has one. Which is also cool about Sapienza, is the golf ball assassination. But yes, another cool thing about Dubai is you can sabotage parachutes for both targets. You can set off an emergency where they have to like jump off the building, but because their parachutes are sabotaged, they just basically jump to their deaths. Which is really funny as well. Again, these are just comedy games in disguise, honestly. Another way that's really cool is you can set up a meeting with both of the targets, and you set it up so that they meet in this one room where all of the doors go into a lockdown state, and then your partner, your friend who's helping you get all these assassinations done, he goes on the TV and he starts talking crap to him, and he's like, "All right, 47, finish the job," and then you like go like, you know what I'm saying? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, Dubai is great. I love Dubai. Dartmoor. Dartmoor is amazing. This one, you basically play a completely different role than any of the other Hitman games, in that you're not playing as a hitman. You're playing as a detective. Basically, a murder happened in the location at Dartmoor Manor, and you can go in as a PI, and you basically solve the crime. Pronounce what again? Pronounce it again? It. Did I pronounce it right? But yes, so then now you're tasked with trying to figure out how the person died. Yes, it's literally Knives Out. It's basically Knives Out. And I guarantee you that's what they based this map off of, was Knives Out. But yes, you have to solve a crime. You have to figure out who murdered the person. And it's actually pretty deep. You have to talk to a bunch of different people, get their alibis. and you have to come to a conclusion, and you can tell the target the conclusion. And if you tell the target that the target unalived himself pretty much because she was a horrible person or whatever, she'll just yeet herself off the balcony and boom, your job is done. So, yes. I do enjoy Dartmoor. I think that part of it is really awesome. The whole like solving the crime thing is really cool. And just because of that, I really love it. Some people might say, well, because it's, you know, the appeal of it after you do it once goes way down. They'd probably put it like down in greater good, but I still really enjoy that part about it. It's just very unique in that way. Berlin. Berlin is an absolute banger of a map. Luke Stutters, welcome on in, man. Well, some people are dumb. That's true. Some people are dumb. That is fact. Ed, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for subscribing on YouTube. But yes. And Ed, if you want to see more, if you want to see me play Hitman on stream, let me know. We'll see. I maybe won't, I maybe not, but we'll see. Sorry, dude. Sorry, look at my dude. We're packing for a 10-day trip. Hey, no problem at all, man. No problem at all. Feel free to lurk, all that stuff. But yes, Berlin for me, literally one of my all-time favorite maps ever. This map, would I actually put this? Oh man, would I actually make this my favorite map of all time? Ooh. Okay, let's think about this. So I really like EDM, as you guys could probably tell, because I play EDM at the beginning of my streams. Berlin takes place at a nightclub. So there's like a whole like there's a lot of like boom 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 going on in the club, which is really cool. So the music is great. And there, okay, let me just break it down. Berlin has, I think it's 11 targets. 11. I think it's 11. I'm pretty sure it's 11. It has 11 targets, which sounds like craziness. But the thing is, there's 11 targets. You only have to assassinate 5 of them, which you can do with however way you want. You can assassinate any of them, any 5, and then you're done. And each assassin, because the other thing about this map is you don't have access to Diana Burnwood, which was your handler. You don't have access to her. She is offline. You are just by yourself, and all of the targets are actually assassins that are trying to hunt you down. So these targets can actually fight you back, which I really like a lot, actually. I think that's really cool, and it's one of the reasons why I personally really love this map, is these targets actually fight back, which is cool. And, okay, you know what? No, I'm putting this in the front. All the assassination attempts in this map are absolutely incredible. They're so good. Ugh. It, like, one of them, you can assassinate all of them right then and there. Cookie Cat, thank you very much for subscribing with Prime. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Where was I though? Yeah. So the cool thing, yes, there's one method you can assassinate all five of the targets you need to assassinate right then and there. One of the things you can do is you can disguise as the I think it's like the person who runs the club, I think. So Jose Marsh 98 unsubscribed with Prime. they've unsubscribed for 24 months. Oh wow, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's what a funny guy. But you describe yourself as the head of the club. You can set up a meeting with one of the targets, but then he brings 5 more with him. And they basically they catch on to you and they're like, yeah, you're Agent 47. We're here to put an end to your shenanigans. And then you flip the table over and gun them all down. And it is one of the most satisfying assassinations in the entire game, in my opinion. In all of the games, is one of the most satisfying. Love that. Another one that I think is really fun is you can disguise as the DJ. And you can basically you can sabotage a light fixture that's up top. And so that it when you activate the climax of the set of the song, it just like shocks whatever's up there. And I studied the patterns, the pathing of 2 of the targets, and I estimated that at some point 2 targets actually end up there and they start chatting and stuff. So I planned it so that, you know, I went up as a DJ. I was like DJing, so I'm like, yo, hey, what's up, dude? Hey. You know, I'm getting the crowd going. And then as soon as they're both there, I activate the climax, and it shocks both of them and assassinates both. It's a fun time. Berlin, I definitely will say, is still my all-time favorite map ever. More than Sapienza, more than Hokkaido. I love Berlin the most. It is just incredible. There's so much room for creativity on how you assassinate the targets, in my opinion, more than any other map. It is such a fun map to try to figure out how to take, because you can also knock out all 11 and then assassinate all of them if you want to. It's really cool. So yeah, I would say Berlin is my all-time favorite. Chongqing. This is a map that I also haven't spent a lot of time with. Maybe I'll put it in great. Dang, there really is none in bad. That's funny. There's none in bad. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Chongqing. I think it's great. I like the aesthetic. Chongqing, China, as Chongqing less for obvious reasons. Yeah, okay, whatever. I would put it great. I like the aesthetics of it. The like vibrant neon lights, I think, is really cool. What else do I like about Chongqing? There's one way of great placement of this map. Fully agree. Hey, thank you so much. Someone here knows what they're talking about, apparently. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but Luke is a like professional speedrunner of the Hitman games. True story. It's not true. It's not true. But yes. No lies being told. No lies being told. But yes. One of my favorite assassinations is you can, I think it's the girl that you assassinate. You can set up so that she gets assassinated and you get the data. Because I think you have to get data in this map too. Once you get the data, the entire like lab area goes on lockdown, and there's a bunch of like high level enemies that go down there and are trying to hunt you down, which makes that whole part just super like like really tense and whatnot, which is sick. So I really like Chongqing for that. Chongqing. I can't speak for some reason. But yes, I love that map for that reason. So I think I'm gonna keep it in great. Mendoza. This one, I think these two I've spent the least amount of time in, actually. I genuinely don't have much to say about Mendoza. I'm just gonna put it like here, I guess. Like Mendoza, from what I've played, it's a good map. Oh, you can assassinate somebody by pushing them into a grape press, and then you press it, and then it like smushes them like a grape. It's amazing. There's another one. Oh, this one I found out all on my own. I had no tools, no assists for finding this. I saw someone who was bald, was wearing glasses, and seemed like an important character, an important person. So I knocked him out and grabbed his disguise, and I went over to the house, and they patted me down, and I was able to get close to one of my targets and assassinate him that way. By like, he had like a pen holder and a pen, and I like slammed his head into it. And I was like, dang, I actually figured it all on my own. It felt pretty cool. Most of the time I have guides up. Not guides as in like on YouTube, but like the hints that the game gives you. I honestly haven't played the Hitman games. I was more into Mafia when those games were being made. No, that's very fair. The only Hitman games I've played are the more recent ones since like 2016 and onward, so yeah, I get it. I will say I have not played the Mafia games, but I heard 1 and 2 are good. I heard 3 is okay, but gosh, jealous I got to pat you down. Yeah, I know, right? It was a good time. But yeah, so I think where did I just put it? Mendoza, yeah. There's other really cool ways, but yeah. 3 is only good if you love the games, but as a standalone, it's bad. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I can see that. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put Mendoza right here. It's good, but I don't know. All right, Carpathian Mountains. This one, a lot of people put down here, and the reason why they put it in bad is because it is easily the most linear map, to the point where it's just straight up not an open world map. It's just a train, and you just go through and you take your target out at the end, which I get it. But the one thing that's cool about this map is you get no penalties for taking out every single person in the map, which makes it really fun. So basically, you just become like a John Wick almost on this train. You just go around like you just go at everybody, you know, which makes it kind of fun. But I can understand it being, I can understand it being a little bit like, just because it's super linear. I'll put that it's okay. I don't think it's bad. I genuinely don't think there's any bad Hitman maps. Now that I'm looking at this right now, I don't think there's a single bad map in the Hitman games. Which is kind of bizarre, because I really thought there'd be at least one map in bad, but there isn't. I guess that also shows, yeah, Ambrose Island. I also haven't spent a lot of time on Ambrose Island. There is really one funny, there's one really funny part in Ambrose Island where you go into like a slap fight with somebody, and that part's kind of funny. I don't remember why you do it, but you do it and it's cool. Oh man, I don't know where. I think it's okay. I think I'll do this. I think this makes the most sense. But yeah, I think the map is only okay. I've only played it a handful of times, and I was like, I mean, it's cool, I guess, but you know. So yeah, I guess I don't think there's a single map in Hitman that's bad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's like any ones I would change. I think top 5 is solid though. I think top 5 needs to stay the way that it is. I think this makes sense. Hokkaido should be 1. Yeah, on your list maybe. But Berlin is just, in my opinion, just so much better. Simply because it's much more like intense, I guess, is the way I would describe it. You know, I think this list makes sense. Obviously, the 2 training maps would be at the bottom. But yeah, this is my list. This is my finalized list of all of the Hitman maps from the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy, ranked in a tier list on the internet, live. So, yes, this is my finalized list, I think. Let me know what you all think. If you're watching this later on YouTube, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you will have a lot to say and will probably disagree with me, but that is totally okay. I am okay with that. Again, I haven't played Hitman in a long time, so there's probably a lot of details that I'm forgetting about a lot of these maps, but that's all right, you know. I still put a lot of time into this game a while ago, so I know what I'm talking about, but it's just, you know, it's just been a hot minute. Maybe I do need to play these games again, but yes. But yes, let me know what your thoughts are. Even let me know what your favorite maps from Hitman are in the description. Again, let's keep it civil, you know. But I also know that I've probably said a lot of things that a lot of people would disagree with. So let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments. Yes. Also, if you are watching on Twitch, please follow me. That'd be very much appreciated. If you are not following me on Twitch and you're watching, please follow. And sit down. Okay. Anyways, yes, so let me know what your rankings are in the comments. If you are watching on YouTube and you are not subscribed and you like the stream or the video, if you like the video, hit that subscribe button. That'd be very much appreciated. We finally hit 190 on YouTube, which is huge. So let's keep the growth going, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. So, and also let's keep going on Twitch too. We're at 163 on Twitch. Let's keep that going too. Follow me on TikTok as well. TikTok, you know, I've been posting on TikTok pretty consistently too. So if you guys aren't following me on TikTok, please follow me there. Follow me on Instagram as well. I have an Instagram. All of my socials are King Solomon Live, same as Twitch, same as YouTube. So follow me on those. Also, I have a Discord server. Please make sure to join that. You'll get notified every time I go live, every time I post. So make sure you guys are following me on there. Or I mean, joining the Discord server. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. I will see you guys on Friday. Can you post for me for the next week and half while I'm out of town? Maybe. Maybe I will. But yes. I will see you guys. Oh, Sunday Sunday there may or may not be a stream. I will do my best to inform the Discord if I end up streaming on Sunday or not. So yeah, that's another good reason to join the Discord server, because you get all of the announcements of content and streams and whatnot. So make sure you guys join the Discord. But yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you guys on Friday night. Have a good night, everybody.